My beloved child, I am the one who spoke light into the void, who hung the stars in their endless vigil, who carved the mountains and breathed life into the dust of the earth. And I come to you now with a promise that echoes through the ages. Trust me, I hold your future. These words are not a fleeting comfort, not a whisper lost in the wind, but a vow etched in the fabric of eternity, a declaration from the depths of my heart to the depths of yours. I am the God who formed you, who knows you by name, who sees every tear you've shed and every dream you've dared to dream. And I say to you, right where you stand, trust me. I hold your future in hands that never tremble, in a love that never fades, in a will that never falters. I see you, my precious one, in the quiet of your joys, in the chaos of your fears, in the stillness of your questions. And I am here not as a distant overseer, but as your father, your shepherd, your sustainer, telling you that your tomorrow is not a shadow to dread, but a gift I am shaping. I know the weight you carry, the nights when sleep flees, the days when hope feels thin. I see the burdens that bend your back, the uncertainties that cloud your mind, the wounds that ache in silence. And I am with you. Trust me. I hold your future. I am the one who led a people through a parted sea when the enemy closed in, who fed a prophet by the beak of a raven when hunger gnawed, who turned a cross of death into a crown of life. Your struggles do not surprise me. Your fears do not dismay me. Your doubts do not drive me away. I am here holding every moment, weaving every thread, working every trial into a tapestry of grace. So lift your eyes, my child, for I am your refuge, your strength, your promise. I know the moments when you feel small, when the world towers over you, when the voices whisper that you're not enough. But I say to you, trust me. I have my eyes on you, and I hold your future. I watched a shepherd boy stand before a giant with nothing but a sling and a stone. I saw a widow gather sticks for one last meal in the face of famine. I followed a fisherman as he stepped onto raging waves. My hand guided them, my heart upheld them, my love carried them through, and I am guiding you, upholding you, carrying you now. Do you feel the sting of fear? The chill of the unknown? The shadow of what might be? I see it, and I am here. Trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who calmed a storm with a single word, who fed a multitude with a child's offering, who overcame the darkness of the world. Your weaknesses are not your chains. They are my canvas. Your limits are not your end. They are my beginning. So when the night presses in, when the path blurs, when the heart trembles, trust me. I am your shield, your peace, your power. I know the weariness that seeps into your bones, my child, the kind that settles like a fog after days of pushing, nights of wrestling, moments of wondering if the load will ever lift. I see you when the clock drags and your shoulders slump. when the dishes pile and the bills glare, when the dream you've chased feels like a ghost slipping through your fingers, I am your rest, your renewal, your reason. Trust me, I hold your future. I have lifted a people from the dust of slavery, their feet blistered from a tyrant's lash, their hands empty, but for the hope I planted. I walked with them through a sea's roar, their children clinging, their hearts pounding, and I parted the waters, not because they were mighty, but because I am. I carried a man through a wilderness of hunger, a prophet by a brook, his stomach hollow, his faith frayed. I sent ravens, black wings against a gray sky, to drop bread in his lap, not because he deserved it, but because I saw his tomorrow. I strengthened a son through the agony of a garden, his sweat like blood, his prayers piercing the night. I held him when the weight of the world pressed, when the cup trembled in his hands, when the cross loomed. I was there, whispering strength, weaving redemption. Your tiredness does not frighten me, my child. It calls me closer. I see you when the baby won't sleep, when the diagnosis lingers, when the job grinds. I've watched a mother rock her child through fever, her eyes heavy but her arms steady. I've stood with a man as he waited by a sickbed, his hope thin but his love thick. I've held a woman as she scrubbed floors to feed her own, her back bent but her spirit rising. Trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who turns dusk to dawn, who lifts the weary, who breathes life into the faint. I've seen you push the cart through the store, legs aching, counting pennies. I've seen you type the words when the screen blurs, chasing a vision. I've seen you stand when the knees wobble, trusting a whisper. So when the load pulls, when the strength ebbs, when the will whispers quit, trust me, I am your rock, your river, your rest. I hold your future. It draws me closer. Trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who gives wings to those who wait, who renews strength to those who falter, who breathes life into the faint. So when your legs buckle, when your spirit sags, when your will bends, lean into me. I am here holding you up, holding your tomorrow, holding your every step. Do you feel the pull to give up? The urge to turn back? I say to you, keep going. Trust me. I hold your future. I see the questions that haunt you. Why this pain? Why this delay? Why this silence? And I am with you in the wondering. I am the God who turned a barren womb into a nation, a betrayal into a rescue, a grave into a victory. Your story is not a mistake. Your chapter is not closed. Your purpose is not lost. Trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who works all things for good, who sees the end from the beginning, who weaves beauty from ashes. So when you cannot trace my hand, when you cannot hear my voice, when you cannot feel my touch, trust me. I am here, shaping, planning, loving. I know the loneliness that grips you, the quiet that deafens, the longing that aches. And I am here, trust me, I hold your future. I have walked with a man in a garden when the world was new, spoken to a woman by a well when her shame was deep, sat with outcasts when the world turned away. Your solitude does not hide you from me. Your silence does not mute me. My spirit dwells in you. My presence surrounds you. My love enfolds you. So when you feel alone, when the crowd fades, when the night stretches long, trust me. I am your companion, your comfort, your constant. I hold your future. I see the battles you fight, the sickness that lingers, the loss that scars, the dreams that slip through your grasp, and I am with you. Trust me. I have healed a man by a pool after decades of waiting, restored a son who wandered far from home, turned a widow's mourning into joy. Your pain is not your prison. It is my proving ground. Your tears are not your defeat. They are my treasure. Your struggles are not your end. They are my opportunity. So when the body fails, when the heart breaks, when the hope wanes, trust me. I hold your future. I am your healer, your helper, your hope. I know the voices that taunt you, the lies that twist, the fears that bind. But I am greater. Trust me. I hold your future. I have overcome the chaos, silenced the accuser, claimed you as my own. Do you hear the whispers of doubt, the shouts of shame, the murmurs of despair? I see them, and I am here. I am the one who cast out darkness with light, who broke chains with a word, who crushed the serpent underfoot. Your fears are not your master. I am. So when the enemy prowls, when the shadows loom, when the light flickers, trust me. I am your victory, your banner, your song. I hold your future. I see the moments you've fallen, when you've stumbled over your own frailty, when you've doubted my care. But I am with you. Trust me. I have lifted a man who denied me thrice and made him a rock, welcomed a son who squandered all with open arms, forgiven a woman caught in her sin and set her free. Your failures do not define you. My love does. Your stumbles do not distance me. They draw me near. Your weakness does not dismay me. It displays my strength. So when you fall, when you falter, when you fear you've lost my favor, trust me. I hold your future. I am your grace, your mercy, your redemption. I know the hands you've raised, the prayers you've breathed, the faith you've clung to, and I am here. Trust me, I hold your future. I have heard a mother's cry in the night, a servant's plea in the desert, a son's prayer in the shadow of death, and I hear you. My ears are open, my heart is turned, my hands are ready. So when the answer lingers, when the silence grows, when the waiting stretches, trust me. I am working. I am answering. I am holding. I see the world's weight, the injustice that burns, the sorrow that scars, the strife that divides, and I am with you. Trust me, I hold your future. I have wept over a city's blindness, walked with a people through bondage, borne the sin of all on a hill. Your pain is not unseen. Your cry is not unheard. Your fight is not unfelt. So when the wrong seems to triumph, when the night seems to reign, when the hope seems to fade, trust me, I am your justice, your compassion, your light. I hold your future. I know the days you feel unseen, unheard, unloved. But I see you. I hear you. I cherish you. Trust me. I have chosen a stutterer to lead my people, a shepherd to rule a nation, a maiden to bear my son. Your worth is not in your works. It is in my love. Your value is not in your strength. It is in my choice. Your place is not in your doing. It is in my delight. So when the mirror lies, when the voices mock, when the identity shakes, trust me. I hold your future. I am your dignity, your defender, your dawn. I see the world through your eyes, the wonder that lifts, the pain that presses, the hope that holds, and I am here. Trust me. I hold your future. I have marveled with a man at the heavens, mourned with a woman at a grave, hoped with a people for a promise. Your beauty is my joy. Your hurt is my care. Your faith is my treasure. So when the wonder dims, when the pain deepens, when the trust trembles, trust me. I am your glory, your healing, your home. I know the steps you've taken, the bold and the broken. I see the courage it takes to rise each day, to face the known and the unknown, and I am proud of you, my child. Trust me. I hold your future. I have watched a widow give her last coins, a disciple leave his nets, a son bear a cross. Your effort is my pride. Your obedience is my pleasure. Your heart is my prize. So when the day exhausts, when the night encroaches, when the race drags, trust me. I am your strength, your sustainer, your song. I hold your future. I see the moments you've tried, the work you've poured, the love you've given, the trust you've held, and I am with you. Trust me. I have taken a boy's sling and toppled a giant, a widow's oil and filled a house, a fisherman's boat and built a church. Your offering is my miracle. Your labor is my field. Your faith is my fire. So when the seed lies dormant, when the fruit delays, when the harvest waits, trust me. I am growing. I am tending. I am holding. I know the weariness that tempts you to despair, the exhaustion that bids you retreat, but I am your rest. Trust me, I hold your future. I have carried a people through a flood, lifted a prophet from a cave, strengthened a son through a night of prayer. Your burden is not too heavy for me, your tiredness is not too much. My yoke is easy, my burden is light, my presence is peace. So when you feel you cannot, when you think you've reached the end, when you long to stop. Trust me. I am your renewal, your refuge, your reason. I hold your future. I see the battles within, the guilt that haunts, the shame that binds, the longing that aches, and I am here, trust me. I have washed a woman's feet with forgiveness, lifted a man from a mat of despair, called a dead child back to life. Your past is not your chain. My mercy is, your sin is not your story. My grace is, your need is not your limit. My love is, so when the guilt whispers, when the shame weighs, when the heart yearns, trust me. I hold your future. I am your redemption, your restorer, your friend. I know the loneliness that echoes, the quiet that deafens, the crowd that fades, and I am with you. Trust me, I hold your future. I have sat with a man in a pit, spoken to a woman in a tomb, walked with the people in exile. Your solitude is my sanctuary. Your silence is my song. Your longing is my call. So when you feel unseen, when you feel unheard, when you feel alone, trust me. I am your companion, your comforter, your constant. I hold your future. I see the hands you've raised, the worship you've sung, the service you've given, the faith you've fought for, and I am here. Trust me. I have received a widow's offering, a disciple's net, a son's blood. Your gift is my glory. Your trust is my treasure. Your heart is my home. So when the praise falters, when the service tires, when the faith wavers, trust me. I am listening. I am blessing. I am holding. I know the days you feel small, the giant that looms, the storm that rages, the world that presses. And I am with you. Trust me. I hold your future. I have stood with a boy against a warrior, calmed a sea for a sinking boat, overcome a world for a weary people. Your size is not your strength. I am. Your fear is not your fate. I am. Your battle is not your burden. I am. So when the odds tower, when the waves rise, when the fight grows fierce, trust me. I am your power, your protector, your peace. I hold your future. I see the finish, the joy ahead, the rest prepared, the home eternal. And I see you now. In the dust and the dawn, trust me, I hold your future. I have prepared a place for you, a table before you, a crown for you. But even here, in the struggle and the strain, I am your joy. Trust me. I have welcomed a thief to paradise, run to a prodigal with a robe, loved a world with my son. Your now is mine. Your next is mine. Your forever is mine. So when the road twists, when the night falls, when the end seems far, trust me. I am your beginning, your middle, your end. I hold your future. I know the moments you've stood, the faith you've shown, the love you've lived, the trust you've clung to, and I am proud, trust me. I have seen a man build an ark, a woman birth a savior, a son rise from a tomb. Your stand is my strength, your love is my light, your trust is my triumph. So when the day dawns, when the night deepens, when the journey stretches, trust me, I am your God, your guide, your glory. I hold your future. I see the world through your soul, the beauty that lifts, the pain that presses, the hope that holds, and I am here, trust me. I have marveled at a sunset with a man, wept at a loss with a woman, hoped for a dawn with a people. Your wonder is my work, your hurt is my healing, your hope is my hand. So when the beauty fades, when the pain grows, when the hope flickers, trust me. I am your artist, your binder, your beacon. I hold your future. I know the steps you'll take, the steady and the stumbling. I see the courage it takes to rise, to reach, to remain. And I am with you. Trust me. I have led a people to a land, a man to a mountain, a son to a cross. Your path is my promise. Your walk is my will. Your race is my reward. So when the step falters, when the reach trembles, when the race tires, trust me. I am your way, your truth, your life. I hold your future. I see the end, the day when every tear is wiped, every sorrow is stilled, every trust is seen. And I see you now, my child. Trust me. I hold your future. I am the one who sings over you, who rejoices in you, who delights in your every breath. Your every moment is mine. Your every heartbeat is held. Your every tomorrow is secure. So take my hand, my beloved. Trust me. I hold your future, now and forever. My cherished child, I am the one who stretched the heavens like a tent, who poured the seas into their basins, who knit you together with threads of my love. And I speak to you now with a voice that echoes from the dawn of time. Trust me, I hold your future. This is not a promise I toss lightly into the wind, not a hope that fades with the dusk, but a covenant carved in the stone of my faithfulness, a truth that wraps around your every breath, your every fear, your every longing. I see you right where you stand in the tangle of your days, in the quiet of your nights, in the storm of your uncertainties. And I am here not as a far-off king, but as your father, your friend, your keeper, whispering that your tomorrow is not a gamble, not a fog, but a treasure I cradle in my hands. I know the struggles that claw at you, the moments when your heart stumbles, the times when you wonder if I've turned away. But I say to you, trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who stood with a man in a pit of lions, their jaws silent at my command, who walked with a woman through a wilderness of grief, her tears watering a promise, who held a son as he bore the weight of a world's sin. Your battles do not shake me. Your questions do not silence me. Your pain does not push me back. So lift your gaze, my child. Trust me. I hold your future. I see the nights when sleep flees, when the ceiling stares back and your mind races with what ifs. I know the ache of a body that betrays you, the sting of a job that slips away, the heaviness of a dream that won't bloom. I am with you. Trust me. I hold your future. I watched a man languish by a pool for decades, his limbs weak, his hope thinner than a thread. I saw the crowd pass him by, their feet kicking dust, their eyes averted. But I stopped, I spoke, I lifted him. Not because he was strong, but because I am. I stood with a woman whose oil jar dwindled, her son's hunger a quiet cry in the night. I sent a prophet, a handful of flour, a miracle of plenty. Not because she had much, but because I see. I held a people as they crossed a desert, their sandals worn, their throats parched. I rained bread from the sky, split rocks for water, lit their way with fire, not because they deserved it, but because I promised. So, when the bills pile, when the doctor's words echo, when the dream stalls, trust me. I hold your future. I am your provider, your healer, your light. I see the moments when you feel trapped, when the I'll close in, when the choices choke. Trust me. I have opened prison doors for a man who sang in chains, his wrists bound, but his spirit free. I have parted a river for a woman who gleaned in fields, her hands empty, but her heart full. I have turned a dungeon into a palace for a boy who dreamed in colors. His brothers hate a stepping stone. Your cage is not your end, it is my beginning. Your lack is not your limit, it is my canvas. Your chains are not your fate, they are my challenge. So when the door won't budge, when the field won't yield, when the dream won't wake, trust me. I hold your future. I am your freedom, your fullness, your fire. I know the relationships that strain you, the words that wound, the silences that cut. Trust me, I hold your future. I see the friend who turned away, the love that faded, the child who drifted. I am with you. I walked with a man who wept over a city, his heart breaking for their blindness. I sat with a woman whose brother lay cold, her questions sharp as thorns. I stood with a son whose friend slept while he sweat blood. I know the sting of betrayal, the ache of distance, the weight of alone, but I am here. Trust me. I have mended a family torn by jealousy, weaving a coat of colors into a nation. I have restored a woman's hope with a brother's breath, turning a tomb into a reunion. I have gathered a scattered flock with the shepherd's call, bringing them home. Not because they were perfect, but because I love. So when the phone stays silent, when the table sits empty, when the heart longs, trust me. I hold your future. I am your reconciler, your restorer, your redeemer. I see the waiting that wears you, the hours that stretch, the answers that linger. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the clock ticks loud when the womb stays empty, when the letter doesn't come, when the dawn delays. I am with you. I waited with a man in a tent, his wife laughing at my promise, yet I gave them a son. I lingered with a people in a wilderness, their sandals tracing circles, yet I led them to a land. I stood with the sun in a garden, his will bending to mine, yet I raised him to glory. Your wait is not my absence, it is my preparation. Your delay is not my denial, it is my refining. Your silence is not my stillness, it is my shaping. So when the months drag, when the hope thins, when the patience frays, trust me, I hold your future. I am your timing, your teacher, your truth. I know the fears that grip you, the shadows that loom, the what-ifs that whisper. Trust me, I hold your future. I see the night when the wind howls, the day when the news bites, the moment when the shroud shakes. I am here. I calmed a sea for a boat of trembling men, their nets empty, but their faith stretched. I fed a crowd with a boy's small gift, their hunger deep, but my hands deeper. I walked with 3 in a furnace, their ropes burned, but their skin untouched. Your storm is not your master. I am. Your lack is not your Lord. I am. Your fire is not your foe. I am. So when the waves rise, when the bread runs low, when the heat presses, trust me. I hold your future. I am your peace, your plenty, your protector. I see the moments you doubt, when you wonder if I've forgotten, if I've let go. But I say to you, trust me. I hold your future. I am the God who remembered a man in an ark, the floods raging, but my promise steady. I am the one who saw a woman by a well, her shame heavy, but my grace heavier. I am the father who ran to a son, his rags stinking, but my arms open. Your doubt does not dismay me, it draws me. Your questions do not distance me, they deepen me. Your wandering does not weary me, it woos me. So when the trust wavers, when the faith shakes, when the heart questions, trust me. I hold your future. I am your memory, your mercy, your maker. I know the weariness that tempts you to stop, the exhaustion that bids you sit, the despair that begs you quit. Trust me, I hold your future. I see the days when the bed holds you, when the task towers, when the will wilts. I am with you. I lifted a people from a river's edge, their bricks heavy but my hand heavier. I carried a prophet through a cave, his strength gone but my voice near. I strengthened a son on a hill, his breath short, but my will long. Your fatigue is not your finish, it is my field. Your weakness is not your wall, it is my window. Your end is not your edge, it is my embrace. So when the body tires, when the spirit sags, when the hope fades, trust me. I hold your future. I am your rest, your renewal, your reason. I see the loneliness that haunts you, the quiet that deafens, the longing that aches. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the room that echoes, the street that empties, the heart that yearns. I am here. I sat with a man in a desert, his flock gone, but my presence near. I spoke to a woman in a cave, her husband lost, but my promise alive. I walked with a son in a garden, his friends asleep, but my love awake. Your alone is not your always, it is I approach. Your silence is not your sentence, it is my song. Your longing is not your lack, it is my lure. So when the night falls, when the voices hush, when the soul searches, trust me. I hold your future. I am your companion, your comfort, your call. I know the battles you face, the sickness that lingers, the loss that scars, the dreams that drift. Trust me, I hold your future. I see the pill bottles, the empty chair, the unopened sketchbook. I am with you. I healed a man with a touch, his eyes blind, but my hand sure. I restored a woman with a word, her daughter still, but my power stirring. I lifted a dreamer from a pit, his coat torn, but my plan whole. Your pain is not your prison, it is my purpose. Your loss is not your limit, it is my essence. Your drift is not your doom, it is my direction. So when the fever burns, when the grief bites, when the vision blurs, trust me, I hold your future. I am your healer, your holder, your hope. I see the moments you've tried, the steps you've taken, the love you've given, the faith you've held. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the sweat of your work, the tears of your care, the whispers of your trust. I am here. I took a boy's stones and felled a giant, his aim shaky but my arm steady. I blessed a widow's oil and filled her jars, her faith small but my gift vast. I guided a fisherman's net and filled his boat, his hands rough but my harvest rich. Your effort is my echo, your love is my light, your faith is my field. So when the work falters, when the care tires, when the trust bends, trust me, I hold your future. I am your strength, your sustainer, your song. I know the world's weight, the injustice that stings, the sorrow that scars, the chaos that swirls. Trust me, I hold your future. I see the news that breaks, the neighbor that hurts, the peace that frays. I am with you. I toppled a wall for a people, their trumpets weak, but my will strong. I freed a captive from a den, his prayers soft, but my power loud. I bore a world's sin on a tree, its nails deep, but my love deeper. Your wrong is not your ruler. I am. Your sorrow is not your sovereign. I am. Your chaos is not your king. I am. So when the justice delays, when the tears fall, when the order cracks, trust me. I hold your future. I am your right, your redemption, your rest. I see you, my child, and I hold your every tomorrow. Trust me, my precious child, I am the one who lit the first dawn, who carved rivers through stone, who wove you into being with a love that spans the skies. And I speak to you now with a promise that rings through every age. Trust me, I hold your future. These words are not a fleeting cheer, not a whisper swallowed by the storm, but a song of my faithfulness, a chord struck deep in your soul, a vow that I am with you in every triumph, every bond, every step toward the purpose I've planted. I see you right where you stand, in the glow of your victories, in the warmth of your kin, in the fire of your calling. And I am here not as a silent watcher, but as your father, your friend, your guide, declaring that your tomorrow is not a guess, not a gamble, but a glory I am crafting. I know the moments when joy breaks through, when love binds tight, when destiny dawns, and I am with you. Trust me, I hold your future. I am the one who turned a shepherd's sling into a king's crown, who filled a widow's jars with overflowing oil, who raised a son from a tomb to reign. Your highs are not your doing alone. They are my delight. Your ties are not your strength alone. They are my design. Your path is not your burden alone. It is my gift. So lift your heart, my child. Trust me. I hold your future. I see the triumphs that light your days, the moments when the prayer finds its yes, when the work bears fruit, when the dawn outshines the dark. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the thrill of the finish line, the rush of the song that lands, the peace of the debt cleared. I am with you. I watched a man run a race across a desert, his legs trembling, but his eyes on a city. I gave him a crown, not of gold, but of glory. I saw a woman dance before my ark, her feet bare, but her joy boundless. I blessed her with a house, not of stone, but of legacy. I stood with the son as he broke bread for a crowd, his hands small, but my harvest vast. Your victory is not your peak. It is my promise. Your success is not your summit. It is my seed. Your joy is not your jewel. It is my joy. So when the race ends, when the note rings, when the load lifts, trust me. I hold your future. I am your prize, your purpose, your praise. I see the community that holds you, the hands that lift, the voices that cheer. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the friend who stays, the stranger who helps, the church that prays. I am here. I gathered a people under a mountain, their voices one, their hearts mine. I sent a friend to a man in a cave, his despair deep, but my comfort deeper. I built a body from a handful of fishermen, their nets torn, but my net whole. Your circle is not your chance, it is my choice. Your fellowship is not your find, it is my family. Your support is not your strength, it is my spirit. So when the table fills, when the pews hum, when the hands clasp, trust me, I hold your future. I am your unity, your union, your unbreakable bond. I see the calling that stirs you, the gift that burns, the purpose that pulls. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the itch to create, the urge to serve, the whisper to go. I am with you. I called a man from a bush, his tongue slow but my words swift. I chose a girl from a village, her hands simple but my son hers. I sent a preacher from a dungeon, his chains tight, but my gospel free. Your talent is not your test, it is my trust. Your mission is not your might, it is my mandate. Your destiny is not your dream, it is my design. So when the brush trembles, when the step hesitates, when the voice shakes, trust me, I hold your future. I am your maker, your mover, your muse. I see the moments when triumph sings, when the prayer you've sown breaks earth. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the day the child runs to you, the night the song finds its crowd, the morning the letter arrives. I am here. I answered a woman's cry with a son, her womb old but my will young. I filled a man's net after a night of nothing, his boat sinking, but my bounty rising. I gave a people a land after years of dust, their feet sore but my promise sure. Your breakthrough is not your boast, it is my blessing. Your harvest is not your haul, it is my hand. Your yes is not your yield, it is my yoke. So when the door opens, when the fish leap, when the milk flows, trust me. I hold your future. I am your giver, your grower, your grace. I see the friendships that bloom, the bonds that mend, the love that lasts. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the coffee shared, the hug given, the prayer prayed. I am with you. I knit a man to his brother in a field, their flocks apart. But my peace won. I joined a woman to a mother in a gleaning, their loss shared, but my love deeper. I bound a dozen to a son, their fears many, but my table full. Your friend is not your find, it is my favor. Your kin is not your keep, it is my kingdom. Your love is not your limit, it is my likeness. So when the laugh echoes, when the wound heals, when the circle holds, trust me, I hold your future. I am your tie, your tender, your truth. I see the purpose that drives you, the work that shapes, the call that claims. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the desk where you dream, the hands that help, the heart that hopes. I am here. I sent a man to a river, his staff frail, but my power firm. I called a woman to a palace, her beauty hers, but my plan vast. I chose a fisherman for a rock, his faith flawed, but my church strong. Your gift is not your gain, it is my glory. Your labor is not your load, it is my light. Your call is not your chore, it is my charge. So when the page fills, when the help lands, when the hope rises, trust me, I hold your future. I am your craft, your cause, your crown. I see the triumphs that surprise you, the small wins that stack, the big leaps that soar. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the meal you cooked, the note you hit, the race you ran. I am with you. I blessed a boy's lunch to feed a sea, his hands tiny, but my table wide. I lifted a man's horn to tumble walls, his breath short, but my blast long. I carried a son to a hill, his steps heavy, but my victory high. Your win is not your wonder, it is my work. Your step is not your stride, it is my strength. Your leap is not your lift, it is my love. So when the dish delights, when the song lands, when the line crosses, trust me, I hold your future. I am your maker, your music, your might. I see the community that carries you, the shoulders that bear, the hearts that beat. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the neighbor who knocks, the mentor who guides, the child who clings. I am here. I stood with a people at a gate, their walls broken, but my hope whole. I sent a friend to a widow, her jars empty, but my oil full. I gathered a flock by a shore, their boats adrift, but my call clear. Your aid is not your accident, it is my arm. Your lift is not your luck, it is my legion. Your bond is not your build, it is my body. So when the knock sounds, when the word steadies, when the hand holds, trust me, I hold your future. I am your bridge, your brother, your breath. I see the calling that crowns you, the gift that glows, the purpose that pulls. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the song you sing, the help you give, the path you pave. I am with you. I tuned a man's harp to soothe a king, his strings rough, but my peace smooth. I sent a woman's bread to feed a prophet, her flour scant, but my feast full. I called a son to a cross, his blood red, but my love white. Your voice is not your vein, it is my vessel. Your hand is not your hold, it is my help. Your road is not your Rome, it is my reign. So when the note rises, when the aid flows, when the way opens, trust me, I hold your future. I am your sound, your service, your sovereign. I see you, my child, in the light of your winds, the love of your kin, the fire of your fate. Trust me. I hold your future. I know every laugh, every link, every leap. I am here. Your triumph is my treasure. Your ties are my tapestry. Your task is my trust. So when the day shines, when the circle sings, when the call sounds, trust me. I hold your future. I am your all, your always, your ever. Trust me. My beloved child, I am the one who set the stars in their timeless dance, who carved eternity into the heart of time, who formed you with a love that stretches beyond the horizon. And I speak to you now with a promise that crowns all promises. Trust me, I hold your future. These words are not a fleeting echo, not a whisper lost in the clamor of your days, but a shout of glory, a song of forever. A truth that binds your now to the endless tomorrow I've prepared. I see you, right where you stand, in the dust of your struggles, in the light of your triumphs, in the fire of your calling. And I am here, not as a passing shadow, but as your Father, your Savior, your eternal home, declaring that your future is not a question, not a fade, but a dawn that never dims. I know the weariness of your journey, the weight of your wait, the wonder of your hope. And I am with you. Trust me. I hold your future. I am the one who turned a flood into a fresh earth, who led a people to a land of milk and honey, who raised a son from a grave to reign forever. Your end is not an end. It is my beginning. Your tears are not your tale. They are my treasure. Your trust is not your test. It is my triumph. So lift your soul, my child. Trust me. I hold your future. I see the day when every tear is wiped away, when every sorrow melts into joy, when every trust you've sown blooms into glory. Trust me. I hold your future. I know the moment when the trumpet sounds, when the sky splits, when the dead rise. I am with you. I promised a thief a paradise in his last breath, his hands nailed, but my grace free. I showed a man a city of gold, his exile long, but my vision longer. I welcomed a son to my side, his work done, but my kingdom come. Your now is not your never. It is my nearing. Your pain is not your prison. It is my passage. Your hope is not your haze. It is my heaven. So when the night lingers, when the dawn delays, when the heart yearns, trust me. I hold your future. I am your rest, your reward, your return. I see the victory that awaits you, the crown that shines, the home that calls. Trust me. I hold your future. I know the streets of light, the river of life, the tree that heals. I am here. I walked a man through a flood, his ark rocking, but my hand steady. I led a woman to a promise, her tent worn, but my land wide. I raised a son through a stone, his tomb dark, but my light bright. Your battle is not your burden, it is my banner. Your race is not your run, it is thy road. Your end is not your edge, it is my embrace. So when the fight tires, when the race drags, when the finish fades, trust me, I hold your future. I am your victor, your vision, your vow. I see the fulfillment of every trust, the answer to every prayer, the fruit of every faith. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the day when the lamb lies with the lion, when the sword bends to a plow, when the voice sings free. I am with you. I answered a people with a land, their chains broken, but my yoke light. I blessed a man with a throne, his sling small, but my strength vast. I gave a son a name above all, his cross low, but my glory high. Your trust is not your trial, it is my treasure. Your weight is not your waste, it is my work. Your faith is not your folly, it is my flower. So when the promise tarries, when the trust tests, when the faith bends, trust me. I hold your future. I am your answer, your author, your all. I see the home I've built for you, the place I've set, the joy I've stored. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the walls of jasper, the gates of pearl, the light of me. I am here. I prepared a tent for a man in a wilderness, his steps slow, but my camp sure. I set a table for a woman in a valley, her foes near but my feast nearer. I opened a door for a son in a sky, his blood shed, but my house wide. Your place is not your plan, it is my promise. Your seat is not your search, it is my gift. Your home is not your hope, it is my hand. So when the earth shakes, when the heart aches, when the soul seeks, trust me. I hold your future. I am your builder, your banquet, your belonging. I see the day when every knee bows, every tongue sings, every heart knows. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the chorus of the redeemed, the dance of the saved, the peace of the found. I am with you. I called a people from a furnace, their cries loud, but my song louder. I lifted a man from a pit, his dreams dim, but my dawn bright. I welcomed a son to my throne, his scars deep, but my love deeper. Your now is not your no, it is my yes. Your pain is not your price, it is my purchase. Your trust is not your toil, it is my triumph. So when the world wanes, when the song wavers, when the peace waits, trust me. I hold your future. I am your harmony, your healer, your hope. I see you, my child, in the flicker of your faith, the stretch of your love, the reach of your trust. Trust me. I hold your future. I know every step you've dared, every hand you've held, every prayer you've breathed. I am here. I led a man to a mountain. His herd left, but my glory near. I sent a woman to a stable, her womb full, but my plan fuller. I raised a son from a stone, his breath gone, but my breath back. Your trust is my delight, your love is my light, your future is my life. So when the step falters, when the hand drops, when the prayer fades, trust me. I hold your future. I am your guide, your grace, your God. I see the forever that crowns you, the endless that calls, the eternal that claims. Trust me, I hold your future. I know the day when time bows, when death dies, when I reign. I am with you. I promised a man a seed, his years long, but my word sure. I gave a people a city, their tents torn, but my walls firm. I sent a son to a cross, his life lost, but my life won. Your today is not your tomb, it is my threshold. Your struggle is not your stop, it is my start. Your trust is not your task, it is my testimony. So when the clock ticks, when the breath slows, when the end nears, trust me. I hold your future. I am your Alpha, your Omega, your always. I see you now, my child, and I see you then. Trust me, I hold your future. I know every tear I'll dry, every joy I'll crown, every trust I'll claim. I am here. Your future is not a shadow. It is my shine. Your end is not a close. It is my call. Your trust is not a chance. It is my certainty. So take my hand, my beloved. Trust me. I hold your future forever and ever.